welcome to More Than Music City, the podcast. I'm your host, J. Paul.
I'm your boy Marquise, S.O.S.
David Gist.
We got Day.
Which one? The second, the third?
The third.
The third?
The best one there is.
He said the third, the best one there is.
So what made better than the Pops, right? Because he swear he the best thing going.
Nah,
right
he
now.
got overshadowed by me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't tell you that though.
Yeah, so tell them a little bit about you, man.
Born and raised in Cookeville. Play at Tennessee Tech. Play running back. I'd say about like a 3-year starter. It's really all you really need to know about me. I don't really got much going on with football.
That's it.
I know,
That's
man.
it.
Football and eating, because that's all they tell me. Come home, you're in the refrigerator, or that's it.
Yeah, I don't really do much.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to make it to the league. That's all you gotta do is eat and grind.
So you're not modeling? You're not modeling?
No. I mean, I'm pretty enough to.
You said pretty enough too. Yeah, so how long you been playing football?
Since I was 5 years old. So I'm going on like 16, 17 years.
Golly, that's a long time.
17 years.
That's my whole life.
So you've been playing since the Pee-wees?
Yup.
Playing
Cavs, TYFA. Yup.
TYFA.
So have you been a running back all your career?
I technically I played quarterback my like one of like the first 2 years of me playing, but like that was Pee-wee, so all we did was
Probably because you was fast.
Yeah. But no, my freshman year actually in high school, I didn't play any running back. They had me playing quarterback. I was second string, and I only played corner. Cause then my older brother Cam, he played corner, and so then they just had me doing that, and so I didn't really play running back until my junior year. I played a little bit of it my sophomore year, but I never really like did anything on the field wise.
What about defense?
I didn't start until my junior year, and then I started defense at corner, and then they moved me to safety and still started, and then I would rotate in with Blake Ashburn at running back my
In
junior
your
year.
Pee-wee days, what was you out there on defense? I know they had you on defense, because
What did I play?
Like
I think I played cornerback in the Pee-wee days because of how fast I was. I was faster than everybody. Then I got slow in middle school.
Why you get slow in middle school?
I don't know why I got slow. It just all of a sudden everybody was fast.
You
And then I was
chunky or something?
Nah, see, I was still little. I just couldn't move.
when did you hit your growth spurt?
Probably my freshman year, sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
And so then, because I think I was probably about like 5'8", 130.
So officially, how tall are you now?
I'd say I'm 5'11" and 3/4, and then I weigh 190
That's
pounds.
6 foot, man. 6 foot 200.
Should have rounded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't round it down, round it up.
Yeah. So how's this season looking, man? You healthy? I mean, shoulder, we know that.
Yeah.
Everything feeling good?
Definitely bounced back. I bounced back probably a lot better than I thought I was going to. I didn't really have any issues with it that I thought I would have, because like we had another player, his name was Adam Browner. He was number 14. He played tight end. He had the exact same surgery, had the exact same physical therapist, and then he played probably about half the season last year, and he got hurt. I want to say like third or fourth or fifth game, like going into the season with it. He didn't
same injury.
He didn't like tear his labrum or anything like that, but he lowered his shoulder to hit somebody, and then he said he just felt weak and like he couldn't hit somebody again, and so then he sat out for the rest of the year. And he was also a senior that year too, so then he was done after that. But so then, I guess my first time like hitting with it, because going through fall camp and stuff, they never really wanted me to like hit, and so
When did you finally, make that hit and be like, okay,
I was like, all right, I can hit somebody for real. The first hit I had was in fall camp, and I ran somebody over and knocked their helmet off, and then I was just like, all right, okay. I was like, I can still run somebody over now.
Yeah, you good.
okay.
So like, I know you said you play at Tech. And what year are you in?
I'm technically, I'd say I'm a senior, but I'm technically a junior because we're at COVID-19, and so then I get a year back.
So when you was in high school, did y'all have any like breakout years, or like you was in high school?
I'd say my senior year we had a breakout year. It was probably one of the best years Cookeville High School's like ever had, like in the history of the school. We went to the third
beat
round of the
Riverdale.
playoffs. Yeah, we actually lost to them in the regular season on basically like a Hail Mary wheel route that got tipped up, and then they caught it 10 for 6.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and then we ended up playing them again in the playoffs and blew them out. That was probably my best game I ever had. I had like 255 yards and 5 touchdowns.
God.
Nah, check this out. I gotta break this game down. This is me seeing this game from when I arrived at the game. Okay. They kicked the ball off to Cookville. I think you return the kick for probably back to about the 20-yard line or what have you. The next play, you took it to the house like 80 yards, 80 plus against Riverdale. Took it to the house.
Yeah.
They kicked back off to Riverdale. They kind of inched their way up the field. I think they scored. They kicked off to you again. Same thing. You took about the 20-yard line again. And next play, you took it to the house again. So I literally walked to the game and seen 2 carries for 2 touchdowns. Like, okay, wow, Cookville was mad at regular season. They had something to say.
Because we knew we had to go in that game with a statement because we felt like we beat them the game before and that they just kind of got lucky. Like it wasn't like a skill play where they just beat us. And so we were all juiced up, and truthfully, a lot of us, my senior year, we were even saying that if they wouldn't have beat us on that Hail Mary, we don't think we would have beat them like that in the playoffs. Because we just think we were just that fueled and ready to go to beat them.
But Riverdale had a few D1s on that squad that year, too.
They had I want to say it was either a finalist, but I think he might have won it. But their running back was the Mr. Football, at least one of the finalists. His name was Xavier Davis, and then I don't know if he ever went, but I think he was committed to go to MTSU.
So you said that was y'all's best season?
Yeah,
it's high school.
Oh, in high school, yeah, that was the best season. Cause junior year, I want to say we only made it to like the first. I think we got booted out in the first round against Bradley Central, and then my sophomore year. That was whenever like Vic Johnson was there, Gabe Angel, and then all of them. And then I think, who did we lose to in the playoffs that year? I'm not sure who we lost to in the playoffs that year, but it was shaky. I know we won the first round of the playoffs, but I'm not sure who we lost to.
Wasn't Oakland, was it?
It might have been Oakland, but I'm not sure just because I think we played Oakland in the regular season that year. No, actually, it was Oakland. It was Oakland in the second round because we was playing Jacoby Stevens, Caleb Oliver.
They had. Didn't they go on to win state that year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With ease.
So since you've been in college, how's your college career been going?
It's pretty good. My freshman year, I was behind a junior at the time, and I ended up starting for one game against Austin Peay. But for the most part, it was really just a quiet year. Like nothing, didn't really pop off, nothing crazy. I think I had maybe like 300 rushing yards on the season. And so then the next year comes, and then that was my sophomore year, and I'm still behind the same guy, but I ended up taking his spot again. I want to say like midway through the season, and so then I ended up finishing with probably about 500 rushing yards, and then we, because of my freshman year, we went 1-10, and so then we turned it around my sophomore year, and then we finished. I want to say 6-6, so we almost finished 7-5. But then we gave up probably about like a 20-point lead in the second half against TSU last game of the year that year. And so then I think so I had like 500 rushing yards, and I want to say at like 250 to like 350 receiving yards. I think I was third on the team in receiving yards too. And then my junior year, which is, I guess technically it was in the spring.
Yeah, that COVID year.
I played one full game against Austin Peay and we won, and then we was playing Jacksonville State, who went on to win the OVC. It was 17-7, and then I remember I was kind of getting a little tired, and I was telling myself, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out next play. Like I got one more run, I'm gonna just give it all, and I'm gonna go out, get a breather. Hit the edge, safety comes down, lower my shoulder, tear my labrum, dislocates. I wasn't even really sure what was happening because I felt my whole arm go numb, and I was like, maybe it's just a stinger. And then I tried to get up, and I couldn't get up because I felt my arm was just weighing my body down. And so then I just hear truthfully, I heard the trainer tell me that I dislocated it. So then I was like, oh, so I was like, I just dislocated it. So I was like, y'all just gonna pop it back in. I'm gonna go back in the game. And then they were like, I mean, you might be able to. And so then it took them a while to get it to pop back in. It pops back in, and then I hop up off the table. I'm like, all right, give me a jersey, like let's go. And so then they do like a little test. So they put their hands on my arms, and I try to hold it up, couldn't hold it up. And so then I ended up getting a X-ray and MRI that week, and they told me I tore my labrum. And if I even wanted like a chance to have a career after tech and after college, I was gonna have to have surgery. So that recovery process, I want to say it was probably about 4 to 6 months, and I wanted to come back in about 4.5 months, and I felt like I could have, but then my team and my coaches, they held me out to like the absolute latest, and so I only played in like one scrimmage before the season.
You be thanking them for that now?
Yeah, because it makes me wonder, like, if I did try to come back too early, if I would be able to play at the level I'm playing at right now. And so it's definitely, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise, because also whenever I got hurt, I feel like it was God telling me, it's more like a realization that, like, football can be taken away at any point in time, and it's not just like, because, like, before I got hurt, I probably felt like invincible, and that getting hurt on the football field was impossible, and then I was going to do this forever. But then it made me realize that it can be taken away any single play, and you never know when your last one is. And so it definitely lets me not take things for granted.
Right.
And so then now we play Murray State this week, where I want to say we're 3-4. We've beat decent teams, but our best team we've beat is SEMO. And then the next best team we've played is TSU, and they're second in the conference right now, behind UT Martin, which is undefeated. And so then we've had a pretty good year so far. Like, we still have a chance to win the OVC, make the playoffs, but we also started very slow this year, which was not according to plan.
So, like, I see that you've been doing some things this year as far as, like, at Tech, as far as, like, games, consistent games. What's that?
I mean, it's just me trying to make it out. And then, but I got like, I think I have 4 straight 100-yard games, 2 career highs with 133 and 143. And then, truthfully, I felt like those were bad games in my opinion. I felt like those were games I could have went for probably about 200 for. But then I averaged like 5 yards on the carry in the season. And I think right now, coming off of bye week, I think I'm ranked like 22nd in the country, like for rushing yards in the FCS.
What about an OVC? What you ranked?
Second, because the person that's about in front of me, he's ranked second in the country in rushing yards with like 1,000, and I think I'm at like 700. But he also has, I want to say, he probably has about 50 to 60 more carries than I do.
My question now is, you played high school football at a pretty high level, right?
Yeah.
And now you're on the college level, right? What's the difference in a high school workout and a college workout as a running back? It's the same things, but just more intense, or?
For the most part, the tempo's way faster, because in high school, I never threw up once from a workout, but then in college, the first workout we had, I was throwing up everywhere. But like, it's not so much of just different things you do, but like it's way faster paced. Like now, like we would used to condition, and then that would be the workout. But now, like in college, like you condition and you work out, and then that's a workout. And so then. But then like the intensity is way more high, especially with everybody, like, because everybody's coming from high school being at the same level, and then they're coming here and they're like, all right, now I got to put even more work in than I did whenever I was in high school. And so then people like bounce off of each other like that, and then it increases the competitiveness and makes people want to push themselves.
So I mean, I've seen you play a lot in person. What season was that when you had that, when y'all came back that
against Sanford?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was my sophomore year in 2019. It was, I think, we were down, I want to say 16 with 2 minutes left. Yeah. And so then they kick off to us. We drive down the field, score, throw a fade ball to Justin Oden. He's still on the team now, number 1. Throw a fade ball to him, catches it for the 2-point conversion, which is crazy, is because he didn't play one time that whole game until that 2-point conversion. And so then the very next drive, we get an onside kick, get it back, drive down the field, throw another jump ball to J.O., and then he catches it again. And so then he's only played a total of like 8 plays and already has like 2 touchdowns.
Right.
And then Bailey Fisher runs in for a 2-point conversion. And then, so we start overtime. I'm pretty sure Sanford gets the ball. They throw a go ball on like the first or second play and score. And then our offensive coordinator, Trey Lamb at the time, as soon as they scored, we're all huddled up as a offense. And then he's literally like, he said, we're going to go down there. He said, we're going to get in the end zone and we're going to go for 2. So we already knew if we scored, we were going for the win.
Right.
And so then we scored. The dude that was actually ahead of me at the time, Goldie, his name's real name Andrew Goldsmith. Everybody call him Goldie. But so he got a carry to the left, like, and hits the outside. Safety comes down. He hits him with a filthy spin move, walks in the end zone. And so then we huddling up because we call a timeout because we going for 2 anyway. So we all huddled up, and then I hear my running back coach. He's like, "Hey," he said, "You up?" So then at that point, I was thinking that I was already getting the ball because at the time they used me more for as a receiving back. And so then I kind of could tell if they're just putting me in all of a sudden after he just scored, I was like, they got to be throwing the ball or something.
Right.
And so then we call a little pick play. Our wide receiver does a good pick. I rub off of him, and then I'm wide open. But it was a kind of high throw. But and then I actually, whenever I jumped to catch it, both of my legs cramped. And so then that's why I couldn't jump as high. And so then I barely got off the ground. But I caught the back end of the ball, and then we ended up winning by 2 or by 1.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No, that was probably the craziest game I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I guess we fixing to leave. I was like, you ready to go, honey? And then she was like, we're just going to stay for a minute. And then, that's when it just started going. I was like, man, I'm glad we stayed.
Yeah,
that was one of the best games that I've seen you play.
Yeah.
So exciting, you know what I'm saying?
One of my own friends even texts me. He's like, hey man, I'm not even gonna lie. He's like, I left. He's like, but then I heard that y'all started coming back, so I came back. And I was like, cool.
So you're at Tennessee Tech right now, but prior to playing football at Tennessee Tech, who's your college team?
LSU Tigers.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fell in love with the Tigers mainly because my older brother, he liked them, but then also because the first player that I watched in college that really stood out to me was Tyrann Mathieu, and then he played at LSU and now plays for the Chiefs. But then he was just like that relentless dog, and he would always go get what he wanted. He on the defense, and he making forced fumbles here and there, plays that most people only do a couple times throughout a year, and he doing it a couple times in a game.
Yeah.
What about NFL?
We already know that question.
I mean, Odell is probably one of my dudes, but for the most part, I ain't really right now. I don't really have anybody that I really look to in the NFL for the most part.
As far as a team.
Oh, team-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the San Francisco 49ers. That's hands down. That's the best franchise ever.
Yeah, you got that. That was inbred in you, huh?
Did you have a choice?
Not really.
Could you have been a Cowboys? Could you have been a Cowboys fan in that house?
Heck no.
Nah.
I got kicked out of the house and I had to go live with everyone. No.
So you've been in college, you said have y'all, I know you, so, but just for journalism's sake, have y'all played any really big teams?
We played UT, we've played Utah State, and then whenever COVID happened in the fall and they moved our season to the spring, we were actually going to play Minnesota, and then that got canceled. Then we were going to play TCU, and then that got canceled. Then there was talks of us playing Kansas, and that got canceled. But so our biggest games would be Utah State. We actually played Miami of Ohio my sophomore year, and then we was competing in that game for a little bit until I think they ended up blocking a punt, and so then against teams like that, once they get momentum, they just gonna start pouring it on us. And so but then we played UT this year. It actually started off not like, because we ended up getting beat 56-0, but
it didn't look like that.
It didn't look like
that if you're watching the game.
No, because the
first quarter, I thought y'all could have won.
They was running the ball, but
easy.
They wasn't breaking off like no 50-yard.
No,
it wasn't like they were just dominating the game.
No.
They wasn't. So I was like, I felt like they used size and stamina and just, of course, that's UT and Tech, so they got the linemen that just keep coming and keep just doing
and
it.
Got the depth
Exactly.
over the game.
And they, like I said, doing that, nobody ever broke. None of their running backs broke a 30, 40-yard run against y'all. So
no, because I feel like at least in the OVC and then for a good amount of FCS, like we have a very, very good D line, because like we probably can rotate like the whole D line probably about 3 different times and have fresh legs in there over the course of a whole game. Because I don't know, like our defensive line coach, he's a great coach, Coach Sam Williamson. But then also it's just like we just have some straight dogs.
Does college do they have NFL, like they have that 53-man roster? Does colleges have like a...
Yes, and I think it might be like a 75-man.
Okay.
I think.
So like, what do you do outside of play football? What do you like to do?
I mean, I played a video game.
Play football on a video game.
Play football on a video game. Play some Madden, 2K.
Who's your team?
On Madden? On Madden?
Yeah.
If I have to pick the 49ers, but I can beat you with anybody. I play randoms. I play with anybody and I'm going to win. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jaguars.
So wait a minute. You colder than your dad right now?
Oh, I'm so much better than him at the game. He don't even want to play me no more.
Yeah.
Nah, because I remember like there was one time he beat me whenever I was like, I want to say I was probably about like 8 or 9. I remember this is back whenever Donovan McNabb was on the Eagles.
I think I was there that day.
And so he beat me so bad, I slammed my face on the carpet, dragged my face on the carpet. Like I was just like mad.
Yeah.
And then I had a big old scab on the middle of my forehead. And then I learned my lesson. I told myself I was not gonna lose no more. And then eventually I beat him, and then he ain't never beat me since. And then now he don't even want to play the game no more.
See, I want to see the day where he was like struggling to beat you before, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think, because I think it was really, there was never a time where like he was struggling to beat me. Like I remember back whenever Matt Stafford was on the Georgia Bulldogs, I think I beat him once or twice on that one. But so I was really struggling to beat him. But then once I started beating him, there was no like struggle. I just started.
He knew in his head that dang, I got to pull all my trick plays out to beat him. I just can't walk the dog with him no more. So he was getting nervous, like he gonna beat me before long. How long was it before you beat him in the foot race?
Oh, to be honest, I don't think I think the one time we did race, I think I lost. And I don't think we've ever raced since.
What about Cameron?
I don't think I've ever raced Cam.
He probably don't want none now.
Right now, no. Cam don't want none.
Not now.
No, now I'm gonna give him the work.
So what's the GPA like in your junior year?
Right now my GPA is, I want to say it's a 3.42, and then every semester but one I've been on the commissioner honor roll and I've been on the dean's list. So definitely a student.
What's your major?
Human resource management.
Okay.
Can't even lie to y'all. My dad hated it, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm more of all my marbles being in on making it to the NFL.
But you still have that.
I still have that
Yeah,
degree.
you still have that.
And since COVID happened, so I'll still be on scholarship, so I'll be able to get my go to the grad program and get that paid for, because I get an extra year at college.
Okay.
That's cool.
That is.
It's clutch. So I definitely got like, because if the football doesn't work out, I'm not finna just be a bum. Like I'm gonna figure something out, and I'm gonna do something with that degree, and I'm gonna get somewhere. So.
Or you gonna do modeling.
Huh?
Or you gonna do modeling.
Or I'm gonna do modeling, because I'm pretty enough I can do it.
So what kind of music you listen to?
For the most part, I say I listen to everything, but I generally just listen to rap.
Yeah.
Who you rocking with right now? Who you?
J. Cole, he the GOAT.
See, that's
He the
his
GOAT.
boy.
He the GOAT.
J. Cole's short boy.
He don't miss.
Man, come on, man.
He don't miss.
I like him. He's alright.
He just saying stuff.
Who in the game right now better than him?
Lyrically.
Lyrically, you can't say anybody.
See, we look at music different. Like, if y'all want to be technical about lyrically, like, he's good at what he does, but he's not, like, the best lyrically. You know what I'm saying? There's still dudes that can run circles around him.
Who?
Like, Nas still raps.
No, but, like, right
He just came out
now,
with an
Nas
album.
is washed up.
Nas just came out with an album.
What
Like,
that mean? That don't mean the album was good.
It was fire. From a music perspective. You know what I'm saying?
His sound, but it like J. Cole got the lyricism and the sound.
He's
Nas
right
don't got the sound.
He's like what's right now.
But you think Nas would run circles around J. Cole?
Yes.
No.
Boy,
Yes.
stop.
No.
Boy, stop.
Anyways, we can go on the music thing all day. I'll debate with y'all all day about the music stuff. But so like, if you can make it to the next level, well, not no if, because you telling yourself I'm making it to the next level.
100%.
Does it matter where you go?
Heck no. I
you
can't lie. I hope I don't go to somewhere cold. And if I do go somewhere cold, I hope it's Minnesota because they play in a dome, or like Detroit because they play in a dome.
Yeah.
But but for the most part, I don't
field,
care.
baby.
Yeah, but they also cursed. Y'all like
That's his team.
What? 0-8 right now?
I mean, that's
like,
not
what?
the topic at hand right now.
But no, I wouldn't care if I went anywhere.
You just want to play at the next level.
I just want to make it.
Right. That's what it's always been for you. You just want to go from here to here to here.
Who care where?
Right.
Exactly. That's doing what you love, doing what you plan to do all your life. So
Yeah, if I have to go all the way across the country, I mean to the 49ers.
You gotta do
that'd
what
be
you
cool.
gotta do. You know what I'm saying? As long as you playing at the next level.
That's all that matters.
how much weight would you want to pack on? You know.
I want to go into the NFL. Truthfully, I know if I want to go to the NFL, I need to be weighing probably anywhere between 205 to 215. If I feel like if I'm anything above 215, I'm not gonna be able to have my quickness, my speed, my explosiveness. So I definitely want to be about 205 to 215. Ideally, because I'm planning to I'm gonna bulk up this off season going into next year. So I'm gonna play my senior year at the minimum of 205. Cause see, my body, like the way my body's built, it's very similar to Christian McCaffrey, and he's only like 205. And so it's really just, you gotta put on the mass, but like, whenever you put on the mass, like my body muscle would be like very dense. So like, I will look a lot bigger than I really will be.
So what's your, if you can say, what's your highlights? What's your favorite part of running? I mean, what's your specialty? I mean, what do you think?
Everything.
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 Speed. You got speed. You got the vision.
Honestly, I'd say my vision is probably the best.
Okay.
Cause I feel like
your attributes.
Yeah.
That's the journalism word that you're supposed to use. Attributes. You know what I mean?
Where do you think that comes from?
To be honest, I have no idea.
I think it comes from playing the video game all them years.
You think so?
Yeah, man, because when you was a little kid, you used to play the game and stuff, and then when you go out on the field and you would emulate it. Like, I think that's where, like, this generation, like, you know, the kids that are in their early 20s, I think a lot of their field vision comes from playing the video game because you playing, you know, quarterback, running back, everything, you know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that, though, man, you got to think, when we played football, you had tunnel vision in helmets. If I wanted to look at you, I had to turn. You know what I'm saying? Now they got it to where, you know, vision, you got peripheral vision with helmets now. We ain't had that, man.
Nah, y'all had them shuts. You see nothing else.
When he was in high school, I used to say, man, he looked like he's out there playing a video game when he's on the field running, like his vision, like seeing the holes and stuff. I was like, he's like he's playing the video.
But see, he had vision and patience too. I mean,
yeah.
You gotta have a fine line in between like being too like having patience and being too patient.
But see, you also had to, you know, you gotta have speed to have patience.
Yeah, because you gotta be able to.
Yeah.
But no, because like there's a lot of times I feel like there's a lot of holes that I like squeeze through or I see that I feel like a lot of people can't. Because and I can sometimes see a hole before it's gonna be there just by like the way a defense flows. But I also feel like a lot of that now, like a lot of that comes from like watching so much film. Because I feel like that's probably one of the biggest differences in college. is like how much like you actually prepare for that game. Because in high school, I didn't watch any film. I just went and played.
Right.
And I also heard maybe you could school these young players on this one. Your dad told me about your injury when you had it. He said that you told him one thing that you learned about that injury is just run out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes you can't take that extra hit, cause like especially as a running back, you do take a lot of hits. Cause like if you're not scoring a touchdown, you're getting hit every single time. And then so like say if I'm hitting the edge and like I have the out of bounds and like I see that like I obviously probably can't make a guy miss and score or like get like 5 to 10 extra more yards, then it's just wiser to go out of bounds, live for the next play because you're gonna take a hit anyway. So might as well not just add that extra hit on your body.
Yeah, just wait till the next one.
Because other than O-line, I'd say running backs take the biggest toll on their body. At least O-line or tight ends.
Yeah.
Just because, but like, see with O-line, I feel like it's more of just like their heads, like because they hit in their heads every single play.
See that just kind of remind me of when my son was playing like Pee Wee League, right? You get all these moms out there that be talking about, oh, my son's fast, let him run the ball, Okay, put him in practice, we let him run the ball. One play, you know what I'm saying, he done. He don't want, line back up and, do that again, So,
football sometimes breed basketball players too if they get hit too hard.
Yeah. I say that's probably what happened to LeBron. He took one good old lick and was like, man, I'm going to stick with this basketball. 'Cause they say he was good in football.
Iverson too.
Yeah. A lot of them, man.
He said, because I remember Iverson said that he ain't like getting hit. And that's why like
he ran
he translated that into basketball, but like that's why he ran the way he did, like trying to like juke and jive everybody because he hated getting hit.
Right.
That was me, man, when I played.
You was scared.
Pretty much.
Dang.
Now I'm like, the biggest thing was this. I was so little to where you wasn't getting low and rocking me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you just had to just throw your shoulder.
It was just the point that I didn't want this big dude falling on me, man. That was the hardest.
Those are the worst.
I'm little, big dude grab me by the jersey or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But as far as just getting low, I ain't had that because I was already little, but man.
Nobody trying to get you like Maurice Jones-Drew.
Man, but, yeah,
straight up 5 foot. 5 foot. You talking about you want to play on the line or something? Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming and doing the interview with us, man.
I'm glad to come.
We got a hectic schedule and all,
I got time. Always got time for
Yeah, man. We've been trying to get you in here, and I was like, man, it's time to get Day here, man.
I know, man. Before he go off to the league, and then.
Then we can do another one.
We can do another one.
Exactly.
We can do as many as you want to do when you go to the NFL.
Heck yeah.
I'll be right there. I'll be like, you ready? You ready to do this interview tonight? every game. That's what I gotta do.
Hey, we going live now. Hey, we might have to get the iPhone for that. He was cloning my phone for the selfie, man.
Because you can't go on no live with that phone. Y'all gonna mess up my modeling career. That's what's gonna happen.
See, we don't mess up the modeling career.
Hey, man.
JC Penny ads.
Android for life.
No, iPhone forever.
Android for life.
Man, anything else you want to tell the people? Or?
Big shout outs, man.
Shout outs.
Who's number one on y'all team, man? The offensive dude.
J.O.
Yeah, I got a jersey. I need autograph. I got number 1 on it. So.
I'll let him know. But shout out Cookville, my family. It was my little sister's birthday, like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh man.
She just turned 18.
18. Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, cause like I didn't really notice how old I am until she finally turned 18.
Right.
Cause she the littlest one out of 3 other.
And she's a tiny 18 too, man.
Yeah, like she don't even look like she 18. And so it's actually surreal.
Y'all
like it made me feel how like
we seeing y'all as babies coming home from the hospital, man. So seeing you a junior in high school, I'm like,
I bet y'all feel about 70 senior citizens.
I don't feel like I'm safe. You can't forget to shout out your O-line too. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, shout out to the O-line because obviously I wouldn't
They
be
taking care of you.
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without them because I feel like me and them both, we all know that we started off the season slow and then we've gotten in this groove and now we have a trust. Like I got a trust for them, they got a trust for me that I'm gonna see the holes, and so it's now we just clicking off of each other now.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up, man. Wings up.
Yeah. This was another episode of More Than Music City, the podcast. I'm your co-host, Marquise Richmond, S.O.S.
I'm your co-host, Jay Paul, and we have...
Your guest, David Gets the Third.
We appreciate that.
And we out.
All right.
On S.O.S. again with this wrap
More
up.
Music City wrap up.
Today we had Day Gist, nephew.
Yeah. The third.
Yeah, you gotta put that in there.
He's the third.
He said he the best. He the best David gets right now, ain't he?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Hey, you hear that, pops?
Yeah.
That was a cool one, man. That
Yeah,
was
that's
a cool one, man. He's focused, man. He's focused.
I mean, we got into, the Pee-wees and moving on up to the high school and
Even
into his college career.
He even told us about how the workouts changed from high school to college and the tempo of the game and everything, man.
He just broke it down for us, man. That's what we needed.
I plan on seeing that kid on Sunday night somewhere, man.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully, the next few weeks after this was recorded, he'll hit that 1,000-yard mark like he said he's going to.
Yeah.
He said he's at 700 now. He said he got 3 games. He gonna hit that 1,000 mark. I believe him.
He gonna hit it because dude gave shots out to his O-line.
Yeah.
But we gotta talk about something that I guess off camera that they was clowning us on, man.
What about your phone?
Why you say my phone? Your phone too.
No, my phone good. My phone good.
Your phone too, man. What's up, Dave? Hey, let us know. Are you
man.
team iPhone or team Android? Which one? I'm
team
Android for
all day.
life.
I'm team Android all day. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't trying to pay for no apps, and you gotta buy every app on an Apple phone, and I'm not trying to be doing all that, man. Just let me click on it and then just be on there.
Man, I think the peer pressure from my kids got me.
Peer pressure can't get me. Peer pressure can't get me. I'm sticking with my Android.
Hey man, you ain't supposed to be getting peer pressure from your kids.
Nah, man. But that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
They look at my phone and be like, ugh.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man. But yeah, what he say he was ranked number 2 in the
Number
OVC.
2 in the OVC.
Yep.
And number 20-something in the
Nation.
yeah. That was a cool interview, man. I'm glad we finally got him.
I know, man. He stay busy, man.
I know. That's that college football life.
Exactly. When they leave out for like away games, what day they leave on? Like they play on Saturdays, right? They leave out on what, like Thursdays or something for away games?
No, just depends, probably.
But
We didn't get in all that. We should have asked him while we had him here.
I know, but just having a good time with him. What you been up to, man?
Man, I just been chilling, man. Just trying to, keep up with my little TV schedule and just been chilling, man.
What you watching? What series you on right now?
I'm on a BMF a little bit,
I just got caught up on that. Hey man, somebody will kill Lamar, man.
Yeah, he had gone there. He had gone there. If he ain't, he need to be. I think, man, what's crazy is I think they're gonna let him hang around, man, for a minute. I don't think 50 gonna let him get out of there like that.
But see, that's the thing. 50 didn't make this. This based on a true story, and I'm like,
yeah, but I think for some odd reason, man, like, because when it first come on and say, some of this is
Yeah.
fictional or whatever, and some is based on a true story, I think they gonna make him stay around because everybody hates that character. You know what I'm saying? I found out today that dude is like British.
The dude's playing that role?
Plays that role as British. Talks with an accent and all of that.
Did you realize the same dude, you remember All American? The guy.
Yeah. He's a foreigner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got that accent, yeah.
It's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of actors, man. They just...
Man, I'm just like, okay, being from Detroit, I'm like, y'all let him live? I mean, y'all let him just run around bullying people? That just don't happen there. I don't...
That's Debo.
Nah, man. But they turned on him, so I'm curious to see what this next episode gonna be.
Yeah, I don't even know if does it come on this week or did they push it?
Man, what about this? Have you got into the Squid Game?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I watched the whole thing in like 3 days. I just watched it just because, like, I was tired of hearing about it, and I was like, just let me see what it's hitting on. So I cut it on one night, probably about like 1 o'clock in the morning. I cut it on, and then like the first episode, I was like, that was alright. Let me watch the second one. Then I watched the second one, and then next thing you know, I done watched the whole series.
I just couldn't get into it.
I didn't watch it with nobody, like none of the kids or nothing. And then like Malachi, he came here, he came home from college, and he was like, "Oh, you guys watching Squid Game? I watched that when it first came out like a month or two ago." And I was like, and then he tells me what's going to happen. So then I was kind of like, I ain't even gonna watch it, but I finished it.
I would walk through the living room or whatever, and it'd be on or something, and I'd just be like, "The hell y'all watching, man? Are you serious?"
It was alright though. If you watch the first episode, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna watch the rest of it.
Nah, man. I see, like,
I
can't get into them series like that. Like,
that's dubbed because it's not in English.
that too. It did look like a cheap kung fu movie too, didn't it?
That's why I wasn't gonna watch it. But then when I clicked on it, and then I was like, I could watch it in English. I was like, oh, okay, man, I'll just not pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And just watch it. It was alright though. I've been watching that BMF. I've been watching what else we been watching? I still watch, like my Queen Sugar with my wife Ian.
What's that?
Queen Sugar.
Queen Sugar.
Yes, alright. It's some urban television.
Is that a Netflix thing?
No, it comes on like their own network or something.
Okay.
Yeah, some urban television. I watch a lot of shows.
Hey man, I've been pulling episodes of the A-Team up on my first thing.
You just be going old school with it.
Man.
You still be watching Martin every day, like it still come on TV right now.
Yeah.
You be watching on BET, don't you?
I do.
I know you, because that's your show right there.
Hey, Pete, that's been.
You still be laughing at it like it's the first time you ever see the episodes too.
I do.
I know you do. You be
Like
sitting there
that.
just dying laughing.
When was that? You seen that episode? It was on the other day when it was Martin's birthday. There was on a surprise party, and nobody wanted to come to his party because they was all down in Nipsey's.
Yeah.
And Gina, she's like, "Here, we're gonna have a party." And they put the music on. Dudes start dancing. I'm sitting there laughing like that's my first time seeing that.
I know. That's how you do. Because Martin was your show.
Man, I like Martin and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So when Bad Boys came out, I was like,
Oh yeah.
That's got to be a good movie. And it was, man. I mean,
Did you watch all of them?
I did.
Yeah.
The third one was probably the worst one to me.
It was, but it
It
had been so long
Yeah.
between the second and the third.
The way they put the story plot, because Mike Lowry was a little freak, so him to have a son that's trying to kill him
Right.
was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, man, I see your sport is back in right now.
Yeah.
You NBA
we
dudes,
just got
man.
started up.
Hey man, these teams going hard right now. Like
They really are. And it's not even the teams that you expect to be going hard.
It's like the All-Star break hadn't even come yet, and they balling like.
Man, the season just starting up, man, and everybody worried about Golden State already. Because you know that boy Steph is healthy.
Clay, is he back?
Clay, I haven't watched Golden State not one time this season.
See, man, it's too much going on. I'm like, football is like right in the middle of the season. I'm like, I can't.
See, but what I do is I watch, I'll watch the Lakers, and then like Monday Night Football come on, and then like the Lakers, they play on the West Coast, so
Yeah.
By the time the football game go off, the Lakers game is just at halftime. You know what I'm saying? Because it's come on late. So I'm still able to catch my basketball. But I'm a basketball.
I get heavier on the basketball after the All-Star break, because that's when them teams is actually they trying to
get to the playoffs and get their positions in the playoffs. It's gonna be crazy this year.
So, who's strong in the West right now?
The Lakers.
Who's strong in the East right now?
In the East, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. It's some strange teams in the East, man. Like I really like Miami. I like the Bulls. I like
my barber from Chicago. He keep talking about
the Bulls looking good.
Yeah,
the Bulls are really looking good this year compared to the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Don't say that on camera, yo. I tried to tell you.
The Bulls is looking good, man.
Man, I ain't even had a chance to see my Pistons, man. What my Pistons looking like, man?
Garbage. Just because that's your team. I can't give your team props, man. If it ain't about the king, it ain't about nothing.
But come on, man. K Cunningham ain't balling yet, man.
Nah, man. He wasn't looking that good the other night.
He wasn't?
Nah, man.
It's early. Think they can get it together, man?
Most teams do, They'll figure some stuff out.
We gonna dog the East this year?
Nah. The East is tough. The West is tougher.
That's right, because we in it.
The West is tougher, but the East is looking tough this year, man.
So is the Nets, is the hype, everything? Is it all what everybody hype it up to be?
You ain't got Irving playing, so because he didn't want to get a COVID test. Get a COVID
vaccination.
Yeah.
He need to go and do what was that movie he did?
The movie with Shaq and all them, the old players. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of what it's called.
He need to do a sequel to that, man.
I don't know what he gonna do, man. Hey, he's rich and he's probably still getting a check right now, so.
You think, he's probably paying in a little bit right now, you think? No matter, he got more money. He ain't worried about it.
No, he probably done got, this is probably his third $100 million plus contract, so he's good.
All you gotta do is,
he's probably good.
Man, move to Tennessee, buy you a $400,000 home.
Now you gonna move to Tennessee and buy 500 acres.
Nah, but just, good $400,000 home, you be good. Just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Come play for the Grizzlies.
Raise some pit bulls.
Now we don't want to come down here and mess up with Morant. Morant doing his thing, man. Stay where you at.
Yeah, we don't need that drama in Tennessee.
No.
He coming to LA, baby.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, he is.
Coming up out there. No, he ain't.
He
can stay where he at.
LeBron got him one. LeBron got him a ring earlier.
LeBron said, you good. You got one with me, you good.
He said, I want another one.
Nah.
He said, hey, Kane. He called him the king. He said, hey, Kane.
He said, you good.
He said, Kane, I need another one.
He said, you good. He said, Irving Schmervin. You good where you at. Irving Schmervin. You can stay where you at.
Well, that's what's up, man. It's that wrap up, man.
Yeah, we had a good interview with that.
They guess if you ain't checked the TTU football game out, man, I suggest you do it, man.
Now's the time.
Yeah. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing.
He's doing his
Ain't
thing.
it crazy, man, seeing that he's a junior in college now. You remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember TYFA football with that. It's crazy.
Wow.
Just had to see what he do from here, man.
He's determined. Man.
We'll see him on Sundays.
His work ethic is gonna get him there because he
I think we're gonna see him on Sundays, like you said.
Hey, we're gonna see him in Detroit, man.
Maybe so. Maybe that's the reason we're gonna have to go visit Detroit.
Yep. Be up there for a game, holla at Day.
We just have to figure it out.
Hey, they got a dome. That's one of his minor requirements for right now.
I might be able to pull that off. Might be able to turn y'all team around.
Yep.
Probably not, but
Knew you had to throw that in there.
yeah, probably not. But
well, that's what's up, man. We signing off, man. More
Yeah,
is
man.
Music City, the
keep
podcast.
liking the podcast, keep watching, subscribing, telling
All
your
that.
friends about it, reposting it.
Man, tell your
We
mom.
appreciate all that.
Tell
Man.
your mom and them, your next door neighbors,
Everybody,
man.
we appreciate it. More than Music City, the podcast.
We out.
We out.
All across the world. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here.
I ain't gotta holler at them, they holler at me. Because I'm fresh to death, I guess they like what they see. But I'm older, so my pants don't sag. But don't get it twisted, yeah, I got much swag. But up in the club, I know you haters be killing me. You mad at a player cause your girlfriend feeling me. But everywhere we go, man, they know who I am. Either she feeling me or she feeling the fam, yeah. I ain't have to holler at her, shawty was amazing. Asked me if I could take a little thug out the equation. Asked me to go to a spot and get intimate, relax and watch a movie. Kiss on her a little bit, no me, I obliged. Met her right after 9, had to get her on some nouveau so she could calm down. Next day your little boyfriend texted me, thinking he's slick. Don't hate the thug, hate your girl, cause I ain't choose your chick, she chose me.
I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here.
Well, I love the way they walk and I like the way they move. I like them big or small if they can do the do. But I ain't got time to be hollering at you. Cause I'm trading places just like Usher do. So you can holler at me, you can holler at me. If I'm the one that you want to free. So step to the bar and buy me a drink. Pull me on the dance floor and you can freak this beat.
Hey, I don't want your girl, you ain't gotta cover. If I really want it, I can pull it's nothing. Big bad wolf boyfriend, huffing and puffing. But she came to me and he know that I'm thugging. My game is natural and yours is struggling. I ain't gotta holler, man, the women is coming. I learned at a young age when a chick chose me. Get in her mind and break her slowly, come on.
I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here. We can kick it on the weekend and do it again. We started at moonlight and did it sunrise. You a grown woman, yes, I'm a grown man. We started at moonlight and then did it sunrise. You a grown woman, yes, I'm a grown man. If you like it, we can kick it on the weekend and do it again. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here. I ain't gotta holler at women, cause women holler at me. It is what it is. I know they need a thug, somebody who gon' beat it up. But girl, I'm here.